This is a Tom Ford mystery box, and I have no idea what's inside. But because it's Tom Ford, it's either one of two things. It'll either be the best new spring fragrance out there, or it'll be totally trash. And I'm about to find out. So here we are, a new Tom Ford fragrance in all its glory. And it might not be a brand new fragrance, but it's new to me. Or it could be completely new. Now, before I dive into this, I think it's really interesting because when I started on YouTube, the first fragrance review I ever did was Tom Ford Tuscan Leather, which just happened to be back in March of 2017. Now, that video just happened to come out in March of 2017, and since I plan to drop this video in April, I might just bump it up to keep things consistent. Let's see what we got. We got a card. Tom Ford Beauty. Because I'm beautiful. Here it says, discover Taormina Orange, a citrusy wood fragrance that captures blood orange groves, crisp winds, and dramatic sea vistas. Alright, let's see what this thing's all about. Now, when I think about Tom Ford fragrances, my first real introduction within my collection was Tom Ford Tuscan Leather, private blend that was given to me by my wife. This is also a private blend, but over the years, I've amassed quite a few of Tom Ford fragrances, primarily purchased by myself. Now, just looking at the presentation on this, I wasn't going to assume that this is going to be a spring/summer fragrance. We could even see it in the note breakdown. Now, what I really do like about some Tom Ford fragrances is how they show up in that seductive range. But when it comes down to spring and summer fragrances, there are some that kind of piqued my curiosity. And the one that did it the most was Azur Lame and also Rive d'Ombre. Now, Rive d'Ombre is River of Amber, and that fragrance is amazing. It's discontinued, so I had to pick up a decanter. Ooh, there we go. Oh man, the bottle here looks really good. Now, this is the classic Tom Ford type of setup, but specifically when you think about their fresh fragrances. And this one kind of reminds me of somewhere in between that of Azur Lame and Neroli Portofino. Now, I wasn't a big fan of Neroli Portofino because I'm not a huge fan of Neroli, but there were some other fragrances within that fresh realm that really performed. Now, with a name like Taormina Orange, I really do expect to have some orange here. And due to the presentation, I expect this one to be bright and yeah, okay. It's also a bit bubbly. So right off the rip here, I'm getting this fresh orange, but it's also not what you would expect. It's fresh, but it comes across as a little bit dirty in nature. The orange here comes off as realistic, but it doesn't come off as a fragrance that I would not be interested in wearing. And oddly enough, I feel like I'm picking up a bit of Neroli here, but it's not as prevalent as what I would get in some others. I mean, look, just smelling this fragrance, it feels like a scent that would do well for spring and summer. I'm thinking I'm rocking my best linens, I'm top down in the whip, boo thing on my side, and we yelling out, we outside, but in a more adult way. And that's what I'll have to say about the scent. With a fragrance brand like Tom Ford, what we expect is something that is classy, sophisticated, and sensual. Now, in this instance, I'm getting classy and sophisticated. Nothing coming off as overly sensual at this point, but it does feel like a fragrance that's reserved for those who are a little bit more mature and those who want to be a little bit more subtle in their approach. Now, the mainstream fragrance world today is really just pumped full with fragrances that are sweet and in your face, and this one takes a different approach, which means you could like it or you could hate it. Now, on paper, nothing about this fragrance comes off as overly masculine. In fact, I feel like this is one of those fragrances that plays the unisex space really well. On skin, it feels more floral and a bit dirtier than it does on paper. And for some people, that could be problematic. Now, with it being on skin for a while, it comes off as a little bit bitter, a little bit musky, and a little bit salty. It kind of feels like it was made for a beach or if you were just cruising out on a cigarette boat. Deeper in the base, it gets a little bit more earthy. But that said, it doesn't lose that fresh quality with it. But overall, the first impressions of this one are really nice. However, here's my concerns. When it comes to Tom Ford fragrances, more specifically the summertime type of fragrances, they tend to have a little bit of problems in terms of its longevity. Now for this one, obviously it's a first impression, so I don't know if it's going to last me 12,000 hours or if it's going to last me a half an hour. But what I do know, it's just something to be mindful of as you're picking this fragrance up. Now if you get your nose on it, it could just be something that doesn't matter. It could be a non-factor, and there are fragrances that perform far worse than I assume that this fragrance will be, and clearly there are fragrances that perform a lot better than I suspect this will. But I'm not here to make assumptions, but I am here to give you the facts. Now before I open this box, I thought about the first fragrance that I talked about from Tom Ford, which happens to be Tuscan Leather, and I went through it and watched that review, and I thought to myself, man, fragrances have changed. Now Tuscan Leather came in 3 sizes. You had a 30 ml, you had a 50 ml, and you also had like a 250 ml. Now the 100 ml was like $305, but this 50 ml is $300. And so that just shows you the landscape of the fragrance world that we're in today. And back then, 250 mls would just run you around $500. But enough about that. You might be thinking, yo B, who's this fragrance for? Well, for me, I think this one's gonna be for those of you out there who take a more refined approach to life. If you are 25 plus, this fragrance is one that you might wear to the office, you might wear to a date, or your lady might even wear this herself. I could definitely see this one performing well in the office, and it could also be a fragrance that really sets a nice first impression. But if that's not you, let me tell you who this fragrance would not be for. If you're someone out there who's looking for a clubbing fragrance or a scent that is a little bit loud, aggressive, and in your face, this one's clearly not it. If you are into sweet, heavy fragrances and spicy scents and really aren't looking for much variety in terms of your fragrance, if that's what you're into, this one would also not be for you. Now, I believe that this fragrance would probably perform best for someone who likes to dress up in polos and a high-end luxury shirts and maybe even some suits. But if you're in that bad boy leather jacket, this one would not fit the vibe. Now, above all, I know you might be wondering, what does the missus think about it? And here's what she had to say. Editor, if you can pull in what she said, great. If not, you're gonna get me in trouble.
To me, it's a little bit too odd, niche. Like it's a very particular scent, and I really can't place where the hell you would wear it. Kind of reminds me of like a very niche candle for a very particular taste. So I just don't see it working for many people, and I don't know where it will work. I just don't really like it.
She said it reminded her of something soapy and citrusy, and she really doesn't know where someone would ultimately wear this fragrance. In fact, she said that she didn't find it to be flattering for a man at all. Which, hey, if you're wearing fragrances for yourself, none of that matters. But if you're looking for attention from your boo thing, then you might want to take that into consideration, or at least bring her along in the journey. Now, she also said that it reminded her of a candle, and depending on what you like, you might be okay with that. Now, here's what you should know about my wife. 1, she's beautiful. 2, she also likes darker fragrances. So, as you know, she likes Tom Ford Tuscan Leather, she likes ombre leather, and she also likes Ebon Fume. That's kind of her thing. But she also believes that this might not be your thing, and one she probably does not want me to wear around her. So there you have it. That's the truest first impression that I can give you from the latest release from Tom Ford. Now, time will only tell how this fragrance shows up and if people are flocking to it, but only you can make fragrances go viral. So is this the next TikTok splash? Or is it just one that you spray on after you've taken a bath? Let me know down below, and inquiring minds want to know, what's been your favorite Tom Ford release?